rebuilt. Leahy turned into legacy. Parsegian renovated, and Holtz restored. Notre Dame Stadium, the home of the Fighting Irish. And while today is the final home game of the season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration, Senior Day. As we'll see a squad from the Big 12, the Oklahoma State Cowboys, taking on the winners of 4 straight, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Notre Dame lining up to kick off and get this one started. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So the Oklahoma State Cowboys offense will take the first swing of the game. And here he is, one of the best receivers in the game, and he just commands attention both from the defense and from the fans.
Yeah, he's a guy you got to keep your eye on, and you're going to see him line up all over the field in this game. He can play in the slot, he can play out wide, he can run the entire gamut in the route tree as well. Really nothing this guy can't do.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense. Understand this, that QB isn't going to run. And they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in. He got that second one.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Smith wants to throw. He unleashes a long one. What a grab along the left sideline. Got the foot down in a strong throw. Put it right on the money. The Cowboys want to crank the tempo.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense.
This offense has a second down play. He's looking to throw. Using the quick game. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down.
And I think you're seeing these guys in every offense now. These littler guys, that they're so quick, it's hard to get a hand on them. Run crisp routes. You can throw it short, you can throw it long, but they're just big-time playmakers. You've definitely seen an emphasis shift towards smaller wide receivers with some serious skill.
The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6.
Really nice job by the quarterback understanding I needed to throw this ball hard. Like, I got to fit it in there tight. And a nice job by the wide receiver wearing it, because he really didn't have a choice, because he was going to wear that one regardless.
Getting some heat. Had to throw it before he wanted. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
They're going to throw it again. Snagged in the end zone. Pistols firing. Touchdown, Cowboys.
I really like that drive for this offense. Putting last week behind them, putting a drive together, showing some explosiveness. This offense really put last week behind them. The poor performance last week, starting off with a bang here today.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. They go 83 yards on the drive, and they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Notre Dame's offense will have its first possession of the game. And what a great matchup we have of two highly productive runners, David.
And I like the competition aspect of this, Reese. Like, I'm watching what you're doing on the other side, and I'm going to prove I'm a better running back than you. Both these guys are looking to be the man today.
And both guys can go the distance, right? These two running backs seem to get better as the game goes on. So which defense can be more physical, step up, and at least slow the other guy down?
And that's great defense to stop him short of the first down. It's so hard with a guy that fast to create the right angles, to make sure I keep the ball inside, and then everybody's got to run to the football. Great job by the defense.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37.
Man, that was a good run, but it was almost even better. Great job by the offense. Keep the running game going. You get big chunks like this. Not only was that a big chunk, it also looked like it could have gone for more.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Might as well give it to him again. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big game now, but down the road, third, fourth quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down.
I love when you run this play because it forces the defense to react. Do you want to spin a safety down? Somebody better keep contained. Very hard to defend the jet sweep. It's a very good play, especially when you got somebody with speed taking that handoff.
He lets it fly. Fires into traffic, picked off. Trying to take it back. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Not the start this kid was looking for. Very first pass of the day gets picked off. This is a defense that's got a lot of ball hawks in the back end, and he's got to be real careful with his eyes, not telegraph throws like he did right there. He's going to have to settle in.
Off the play fake on first down. Fires to the tight end. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job for him to
Wideouts all wadded up in a bunch. They'll run it out of the shotgun. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
Well, if at first you don't succeed, try again, right? It's been really hard for this offense in this game to run the football, but they finally break off a big run there. That could be the play they need to really generate momentum and get this run game going.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball.
On the ground with the counter. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
And that quarterback knew the counter run was going to work on that play because he counted the box defensively before the snap. He saw that he had an advantage in numbers and blockers getting a hat on a hat, so he knew that was a green light. As soon as he got the snap, off they go, and it's an explosive play.
Unloads to the wideout. And he intercepts it. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Well, I love the job by the coaching staff there defensively, matching the personnel of the offense, putting their dime package out on the field. So you bring out the extra defensive back, you're anticipating a pass. Perfect timing to run that personnel, and you get the pick.
Here come the Irish back on offense. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
He slings it deep to the left. And it's picked off right at the goal line. Looking for more room. He steps out of bounds, but not only does he get the ball back, what a return to set up his offense.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Offense getting set for first down. Got the quick completion. And works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a first down. You can work your way down the field with these wide receiver screens, but also look for the opportunity to turn them into chunk plays later.
No doubt, you throw it quickly. You get it to him now. DB comes up, has to make a tackle.
And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack. What a move to get home for the sack. When the Irish get to the quarterback, sometimes you think Bruni, but this time you think a dude.
A dude. And listen, the more guys you get like this that can put his hand in the dirt and go get the quarterback, the easier it becomes to call defense. That guy is an absolute stud.
The first down sack pushes the ball back for this long second down. Smith dropping to pass. Finds his tight end. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
Nice completion, nice short gain. Now it sets up third down. And wait a minute, third down now becomes, we're going to go for it on fourth down anyway, so it really doesn't matter that much. Great job getting a little chunk. Now we get to go have some fun.
On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Gets it out fast. And Shore tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. And the Cowboys send out the punt unit. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. That is coverage just the way you draw it up. Don't even let him get started, and they knock him down deep in his own end. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field to score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I'd have played with you. I didn't play with you.
Just steamrolling the defense. That run epitomizes a veteran, savvy senior who knows how to find space. It's first down from their own 23-yard line. He wants to throw. They've got the screen set up. They make the stop, but a good pickup there on first down.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. How about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
Out of the gun, the running back has it. They work their way to the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and Oklahoma State has the lead here. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Quick pass on the fly motion. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
Now on second down. To the air, it's Kendricks. He finds his man, and they're able to get him on the ground.
When you're a defense, you have a choice. Do you play man or do you play zone? They sat back in zone. That might change. They might change their mind and try to switch to man here shortly in the future.
It'll be a run on third and short. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
Really nice job on third down by this offense. This offense has struggled on third downs throughout the season. Not even in the top 50, but you know what? When you make it third and short, when you have the run-pass option and you're not predictable, you can be more successful. So we'll see if this offense can continue to put themselves in good positions.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm. Now they're letting them drive off the ball on first down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
9-yard pickup on first down, and now they can take a shot on second and short. Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the first down.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride. They want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
Wide receiver coming across in motion. Been showing them the run. Now they'll throw it. And it's picked off for the third time today. And the senior just snatched the ball out of the air and gave it back to his offense.
What a nice play by the DB there. When that rain starts coming down, the ball gets a little bit heavier. The quarterback throws the ball a little bit lighter. DBs can take advantage sometimes of some underthrown balls, go out and make some big plays.
The run from the shotgun. Sweet feet on the move. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
How about that play by the speed back? We hear about speed backs, and he's not the guy that runs in between the tackles. But let me tell you something. When you're trying to catch a guy like that and you're running full speed with everything you have, a lot of times you're just trying to get him to the ground. You're not trying to put a good shot on him, and then all of a sudden they're breaking tackles. Great job by that young man.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Fires to the wideout. Got him downfield. Oh, what a move! And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Cowboys! That was a lightning-fast drive that ends with a touchdown.
Yeah, if you can string a few more drives like that together, man, we might as well get our popcorn out because we're going to get a lot of scoring.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. San Diego State is on top right now, but that's not exactly Marshall Faulk out there running circles around the D. This game is a long way from being over. They're up by 7 over Kansas State. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. First down for this offense. To the air, it's Kendricks. Gets open down the middle.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
And here comes the offense on 2nd down. From the gun, running back on the move. He's stuffed after picking up 1 to the 23.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
You know, you start day one training camp running your base runs. You need a few yards, you run these plays. You need a first down, you run these plays. You rep them over and over and over again. They're not sexy, they're not pretty, but in the end, they're effective, and they get you that new set of downs when you need them.
And he'll run across the sidelines after the good game.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football. They play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
From the gun, the running back has it. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
We've reached a 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. Runs through the tackle. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it.
And they may have caught the defense napping there a little bit, David, maybe expecting pass on that 3rd down, but because of the back's effort now, fresh set of downs.
And it's so nice to have a guy that you can give the football on these 3rd down situations and feel confident you're going to continue to move the sticks.
To the ground, he's got it again. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
You know, with defense, it's this pick or poison game, right? Like, I got to play a little bit soft and make them run the football, but when I do that, I give the running back space, and right there you could tell he takes advantage of it.
Looking downfield, it's Kendricks. Got his man on the right. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the first down.
Man, this guy's going to need some water when he gets to the sidelines. They've been putting him to work on this drive, right? We've seen him toting the rock with success. Now you're seeing him get involved in the passing game, too. They are highlighting his versatility here on this drive.
Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. The give from the gun. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Feeling some heat. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
It's hard throwing in the pocket, man. You got bodies and 300-pound dudes falling all over the place. They're trying to hit you. That time, the pressure got to him, and it forced the incompletion.
A 3rd and long coming up here. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
Ready to try the point after. And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. So a drive there of 85 yards, and the final 41 yards covered by that touchdown strike. And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Here's the handoff. He tried to find some running room, but they get him stopped. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
And it should come as no surprise that we have ourselves a fun matchup in South Bend. And there is no better place to start this halftime than by reviewing how this wideout has been a one-man wrecking crew. The kid's been everywhere. And I love how he's willing to go across the middle, but that he also has the jets to burn these DBs on the deep ball. If this defense wants to actually come back in this one, they better hide his cleats. And with that, let's send it back to the home of the Notre Dame Fighting Irish.
Here come the Irish back on offense. They start this third quarter one-possession game and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
Line getting set on 2nd down. They move the tight end all over. The give to the back. Fights off a defender. Knocked down after picking up 5 out to the 24.
This defense has got to get better at tackling in the open field or gang tackling, because if you need 3 or 4 guys to bring a guy down, have fun with that.
trying to pick it up on the ground. He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line. He's piled up 82 yards rushing, and that should be no surprise. He's been among the nation's elite all season. Notre Dame ready to go with another first down. He's going to pass. Quickly out to the tight end. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
A nice job by the defense there tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
Still some work to do after that last completion at second down. Trying the left side. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. And after that last run, we'll see if they keep it on the ground on third. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. And the defense had his hands full, but they finally wrestle him down short of the first down. Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Oklahoma State has it back and the offense is on the field. Looking for a productive play on first down. Looking for space. It's Fields. They'll knock him down after a 6-yard gain to the 27.
It's a nice game, but the big theme here is they just haven't been able to get the run game going on offense. They've been very one-dimensional. They're just not being physical enough to point of attack.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on second and 4. Smith wants to throw. Oh, he makes the catch. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
Got his man quickly.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up second 5, third and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
Offense gets set for second down. The give to the left. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And a great job by the linebacker. You can tell, starting to crowd the line of scrimmage, get up there in the line of scrimmage, see it, diagnose it, get in the backfield, get the running back on the ground for the tackle for the loss.
Ball is at the 41 as this defense tries to force the punt on third and long. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
When you talk about outstanding pass rushers, you're always talking about dynamic guys, and he's been that each and every week for this defense. Speed, he's got power, you just simply can't block him, and that last play is his 10th sack of the season.
Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Leaves it with the back. So runs like that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35. He's up to 94 yards on the ground, and that's just another routine day for this guy who's been among the nation's leaders in rushing all season long. Give to the running back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, you live by the blitz, you die by the blitz. That time the defense called it at the perfect time. The linebacker able to make the stop on a short gain.
And from the offense's perspective, that's probably making a little something out of nothing. It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. Crosses the 45. Nothing but green ahead. He's at the 20. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Irish! What an explosive eruption into the end zone by this running back.
And this back does it a lot, man. He makes big plays. When you can make big plays like this, it makes everybody's job easier. Oh, we can play action. Oh, we can throw it. But it starts with the run game, and this guy's setting everything up.
The AT unit on the field. And after that extra point, we have a tie ball game in the 3rd quarter. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Northern Illinois has the lead right now, but they haven't been able to separate themselves just yet inside Husky Stadium. They're up by 4 over Western Michigan. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see them here, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. They'll run play action. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Fields. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
Guys have the backfield now. It's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football. You can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Smith dropping to pass. Right down the middle. Wide open downfield. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. The Cowboys want to move quickly.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. After the 9-yard pickup on 1st down, here's 2nd and 1. He's got it on the right. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the 1st down.
Caught by the receiver. Tackle is made at the 42-yard line.
And the Cowboys are moving quickly down the field. Hand off from the shotgun.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
6-yard pickup on 1st down leaves him with 2nd and 4. Fires to the big fella. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. A 3rd down try for the offense. We've reached the end of the 3rd quarter, and we have a potential classic on our hands, all tied up as we take a peek at the stats. These two teams about to find out what they're made of as we open the 4th, all tied up. These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. Looking to throw for it. Going to take a shot at this DB. And this is going to be intercepted. A big play in a tie game. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. The pressure was rising, drama just encapsulating this entire stadium, and the defense comes up with that pick.
Yeah, so in the quarterback, he's got to be able to handle this situation. Obviously, everything gets elevated. Everything has to happen a split second sooner. You feel the crowd noise. You can feel the energy, but you've got to keep your poise.
All kinds of room to the right. The 40. The 20. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Notre Dame! And with that, they move out front here in the fourth.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy shows you right there a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Oklahoma State has it back, and the offense is on the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. He leaves it with his back. He is smashing people.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the first down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole, getting positive yards.
Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Quarterback on the keeper. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line.
And this option attack can lull you to sleep sometimes. There's just so many things they can do off of it, and you just got to play responsibility, and you got to get them on the ground and make tackles. And that was a good job limiting the damage on that play with a nice tackle.
They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
Well, the defense is on their heels right now. They're going to have to find a way to stop this guy. When he's got a head of steam, boy, he is hard to bring down.
In search of that tying touchdown. They've moved the chains a couple of times. It's 1st and 10 again. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, or whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them, because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front 7 has dominated this entire game.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you can tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
The Cowboys will call on their punt team. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Running it back, it's Williams. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Here come the Irish, back on offense. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike score. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
And I don't know if they're going to get the same looks defensively because of just how explosive that play was, Reese. David, they may be seeing a little bit more off coverage on this drive and maybe some softer boxes to run into.
And when you make that kind of explosive play, you're going to put the defense on its heels. They're going to be a little bit more conservative. So this offensive approach now, maybe I don't have to go deep. I can go a little bit shorter and just make those easy plays underneath.
On first down, here comes this offense. Gonna run it. It's Young. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
And I think if you're the head coach, defensively now, obviously, you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. You're trailing at this point, and the offense is going to be running the football, trying to bleed the clock. They're going to take as much time off the game clock as they can before snapping it. You've got to start thinking about using some of those timeouts.
All right, so I know the defense is going to be aggressive, right? They got their stop. They forced a third down. How aggressive does the offense want to be in response? Because if I throw the football, get a first down, I can run this clock almost out. This defense has to make a choice, but this offense, how aggressive do you want to be?
Quickly to the tight end. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down.
Nice job executing the 4-minute offense. You know, they practiced this throughout the week, having a lead late in the game, running plays to just get enough to get first downs to stay on the field, and they are executing this 4-minute offense to perfection.
Notre Dame coming to the line with another first down. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
Man, it's so nice to have a guy that you can depend on. Like, this offense is built around him for a reason. Just a good running back. You can see, gets north-south, doesn't dance, picks up positive yards, breaks tackles. He's just a really good player, and that's why this offense runs through.
And he gets it out past the sticks, and Notre Dame will have a first down.
I just love the play call. You're getting a fast player out in the open field, and it's enough to get you a first down.
Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Tosses it back. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. Here's an interception. Oh, did they need that turnover? Was looking for a little more daylight for a big return, but he'll settle for the pick and setting his offense up at the 24. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Smith wants to throw. Looking to the big tight end. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. On 2nd down, he's looking downfield. He makes the connection. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Fires to the big fella. And that is good versatility there, and a big hit from the backer in pass coverage.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
Just goes right through the wicket and brings up 3rd down. Man, he will be thinking about that one. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Looking to throw it again. Zings it complete to the right. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. Most important part of a clutch drive. Piece together some first downs. Get in position. And here they are on 1st and 10. Going for it all. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
Man, you know the defensive coordinator on that play was holding his breath because in the 4th quarter, you got one of the fastest players in the game going deep on you. And that's going to be a helmet sticker for somebody. Like forcing an incompletion against that guy, that's incredible.
Smith dropping to pass. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
3rd and long, defense knows the pass is coming, so they're going to have guys with their eyes on the QB, but they're going to try to get to him with pressure, pinning their ears back. If you're on offense, you might be thinking blitz here. Better get rid of this one quick.
Big 3rd down as the crowd gets behind this defense. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Pulls it in. And he'll get out of bounds. It's a 1st down there in plus territory, and now threatening to get the score.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. Pulls it and fires to the left. And a quick completion, an even quicker loss. The defense was right there to knock him down. Got some work to do on 2nd down after that last one. They need 13. He's looking to throw. Fires deep toward the end zone. And it's caught! Touchdown, Cowboys!
Man, great job executing. The offense did what they needed to do. You got somewhat of a decision here. Do you want to kick it, tie it up? I think you do with this time frame. You know, 1 to 2 minutes left in the 4th quarter. You probably want to do that, but you could push the envelope. You could go for 2 and try to take the lead.
Coming down the stretch in the 4th, and we are all tied up, about set to kick it away. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. A pretty good bit of ground to cover here, Jesse, but they've got some time to work with.
They do, so tempo is going to be important. You got to go fast. You just got to make good decisions at the quarterback position.
And those good decisions are throwing the ball beyond the sticks, using the sidelines to get out of bounds, try to maximize this time and get in a position to win.
And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
Yeah, and it's a nice decision by the quarterback when you run these RPOs. Man, if you can give it to him and you can get such positive yards like that, continue to do it. Make that defense react a different way, then I'll throw the football.
Oh, not able to hold his water, and the offense will have it stepped off against them.
False start offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And now on 2nd down for this offense. To the air, it's Kendricks. Moves around to clear up the vision. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
Well, you look at the clock, they've got time for one more play, but they're out of Hail Mary range here, needing a touchdown to win this game. This is going to be a last-second, last-chance play that they practice, by the way, throughout the week. It's going to involve probably a lot of laterals. We've seen crazier stuff happen in college football.
Quarterback changing the plays at the line. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Makes a connection. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. Notre Dame ready to go with another 1st down. looking to move it through the air. He rifles one deep down the right side. And he makes the catch inside the 15. 4 quarters not enough to settle this one. We're headed to overtime.
And these teams have played so well, back and forth, evenly contested game. How about a little free football, Jesse?
Yeah, I love this, David. Free football. I'm finding out which of these two teams is the most mature, who can settle down now with the game on the line and make the big play.
All right, guys, so here we go in overtime. And just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possessions starting on the opponent's 25.
And it's so nice to be on defense first, just to set the tone, to understand what you need. Try to hold them to a field goal. The offense knows they can do their job to go out and get a win. Just 2 possessions, Palmer, like you got to be at your best.
Yeah, and I love the new rules, too, because in the 3rd overtime possession, it goes to alternating 2-point plays, back and forth. Who's got anything left in the tank here in OT?
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved when I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Smith wants to throw. If he houses this, it's ball game. Bringing it back. He's at the 40, the 20, 10. That'll do it. A pick 6 for victory. The interception to win it in overtime. What a play by this defense with the pick 6.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
I know how to sum up this game succinctly. That was fun, and what a victory to remember.
Fun for them, fun for us, just the back and forth. Games that are so nip and tuck, and you know every play matters so much. These are the games that we love to call.
Yeah, every play matters, David, and that's why coaching staffs practice overtime scenarios and situations throughout the week. It's important to drill these types of scenarios. You never know what games are going to go to OT, and when they do, you love to be able to go out and execute with the game on the line.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer.